First person. Zimmer. Zymer. Zimmer. Zymer. Zymer.
Hello po,
Zy-
sir.
Zymer.
Opo, Zymer po.
Yes, Zymer raw sauce. Raw sauce. Zymer raw sauce. Question.
Yung question ko po, is it possible po for legal persons such as lawyers, yung pagkakommit po ng fraud?
Ano yon ulit? Nag-send ka ba?
Opo.
Ano ulit yung tanong? Is it possible? Is it possible
Is
for?
it possible po for legal persons or lawyers to be associated po in committing fraud?
Well, definitely. You know, fraud is not something. Fraud is not exclusive to people without any professional or educational attainment. Kung maaalala nyo yung case sa Metrobank, di ba? CFO ang nag-commit ng fraud, di ba? Actually, the more pero di ba kayo nagtataka, bakit madaming nakukulong sa pagnanakaw? Yung karamihan ng mga nakukulong sa pagnanakaw, yung mga mabababang uri ng yung mga hindi ganun ka-educated. Kasi when they are perpetrating fraud, they are not uh, concealing wisely. Kaya yung mga mas may pinag-aralan, mas kaya nilang mag-commit ng fraud nang hindi nahuhuli, 'di ba? Kaya ay mapapansin mo rin 'yan sa gobyerno, 'di ba? Yung mga may malilinis sa track record, hindi sila necessarily hindi magnanakaw. Sila ay matalinong magnanakaw. Yan. Pero ayun, if I were to, yes, politika na naman 'to. If I were to choose between a matalinong magnanakaw and a plain old magnanakaw na magnanakaw lang talaga, doon ako sa matalino kasi the matalinong magnanakaw will try pero kung sanang wala 'no, kung sana mabuti na lang, ayun. Yung matalino kasi na nanakawan ka pero they will make sure na yung pagnanakaw nila is overshadowed by the achievements that they will do. Pero may mga iba na matalino nga nagnakaw kaso hindi naman matalinong nagnakaw. Grabe, napakasama nung sinasabi ko. Pasensya na. But anyways, ayun. Sana mag-register kayo to vote. Only 8 days remaining before you are not eligible to vote. Ayan. Eligible to register. Sino na ba dito ang ano? Sino na dito ang registered na? Yan. Can you raise your mag-ano kayo? Raise hand lahat ng registered na. Yan. Ay, sinasabi ko sa mga hindi naka-raise hand ha. Sinasabi ko sa inyo, mag-register na kayo to vote. Yan. Someone told me na na isa lang naman yung vote niya. Will it matter? The answer there is yes, 'di ba? Every vote matters. Yan, sige, mag-lower hand na kayo mga kapatid. Aha. Ayan. Just seeing kung ayun. Don't forget to register ha to vote. It is important not only for me but for you as well. Yan. Isa sa mga na-realize ko yun na kapag madami sa voter demographics yung uninformed voters, they are swayed by anong tawag doon? By misleading statements on election period. Lalo na yung mga mahilig, yung mga national politicians na mahilig sa countryside politics. Yan. alamin niyo na lang kung ano yun. Aha. Better luck next time. Ayan. Dapat ano, no? Sige, a-announce ko sa a-announce ko next week lahat ng lahat ng magre-register to vote, lahat ng registered to vote, mag-send tayong Google form. Tapos kailangan pakita niyo yung proof of registration niyo. Tapos lalagay tayo ng perfect assignment, 10 points, ganun. G ba tayo doon? Yan, para lahat, parang hindi naman, siguro hindi lang naman yun yung, pero kung magre-register kayo, vote responsibly naman sana. Ang dami kong sinabi, no? Sana magpa-recite na lang ako. Anyways, Jamie?
Hello po.
Hello, Jamie.
Yung tanong ko po, yung how often an entity detects fraud or error po?
It is not the, anong tawag doon? It's not on the entity's side to determine fraud or error. Ayun, hindi ano yan, hindi ganito, moving forward, if you are going to yung discussion natin, actually hanggang module 10 na lang, ang perspective natin is external audit. So, on that note, we are not actually detecting fraud or error. Diba? We are detecting material misstatements resulting from fraud or error. Uh-huh. Ayun. So, pero yung often yung frequency ng fraud is not it's not common. It's not hindi siya something na pare-pareho across organizations.
Thank you.
Mhm. Kennedy.
To what extent should an accountant's professional ethical obligations be discussed?
Ano? Ano ulit?
To what extent should an accountant's professional ethical obligations be discussed?
What do you mean with whom? And up to what extent are you pertaining to? And yung sinong yun nga, with whom? With whom should we discuss it?
Sa mga auditors po.
Like me discussing it with myself, ganun? If I'm the auditor, ganun? If I'm the practitioner. If I'm the practitioner, to whom will I discuss it with? Parang mas ano yan? Like, or is it you getting
Yes po, sir. As a practitioner po.
kung if I am the practitioner, for example, kanino ko i-discuss? And sino yung ka-discuss ko dyan? Like,
Eto po sir, kung auditor ka, saan mo ay sa practitioner po.
So, auditor to auditor, ganun. Kasi the auditor is the practitioner, di ba? So, yun. In terms of mm, unang-una sa lahat, why would you discuss such things with other people? Not unless you would want them to learn about it. So, yung pangalawa, yung responsibilities or obligations ng practitioner in an engagement, which includes the responsibility as to the preparation of the reports, the financial statements, ganun, yung which is outside the auditor's responsibility. Those are explicitly discussed on the engagement letter, which is approved and discussed by the client and the practitioner as well. Yeah. So, to up to what extent should we inform our clients regarding our responsibilities? We have to go back to the first modules that we have discussed, wherein it states that we as practitioners are not liable towards the level of understanding that the client or other engaging parties might have regarding the nature of an audit engagement. However, it is on us to perform the audit in accordance with the standards and to prepare a report that would be understood by an independent third party or an outsider that would read that report having sufficient and ample knowledge with regards to the procedure of audit and any pertinent client information. So it is not our responsibility to let them know about our responsibilities. It is not a, Mhm. Iyan. It is not our responsibility to make people aware of our responsibility. It is, however, our responsibility to be aware of our responsibilities. Uh-huh. Better luck next time. Jonaline Valiao.
Hello po, sir.
Hello.
Yung tanong ko po is, what is the effect if the fraudulent act or acts has or have not been detected?
It will not be seen. It will not be, ayun, wala. It will continue to happen, or it will continue to exist on the reports. It will still be there. So what is the effect on the client or the company? They will continue to report their statements fraudulently. What is the effect on the auditor? As long as the practitioner has performed the procedures in relation to the engagement in accordance with the Philippine standards on auditing, then he or she is uh, absolved with any responsibility. However, if he or she is made known of such occurrence of fraudulent activities after the completion of the audit, but before the issuance of the report, then he or she has the responsibility to disclose such item publicly. In addition to that, if the report was already issued when you were made known of such existence of fraudulent acts, then you are responsible as the practitioner to probably issue a second report on that note, or whether the uh, client would be willing to modify their report rather their financial statements to reflect the fraudulent activity, then you will not be liable to reissue any report, but you will reattach the result of the engagement or the report resulting thereof in line with the reissued statements. Yes, detailed yun kasi that is a procedure that is preempted in our discussion kasi part yan ng discussion nyo for next semester on AA Con Apps. So events after the reporting period. Price. Better luck next time. Ay. Nakatakot yung TV ko dito. Nakita niyo bang nagbago yung yung light settings ko? Kasi bigla na lang sumindi yung TV ko sa tabi. Hindi ko naman hawak yung remote. Tapos wala namang ibang tao dito. Lagi siyang ganun. Parang gusto ko nang ipalipat tong TV na to. But anyways, share nyo naman. Baka kayo din, yung TV nyo bigla na lang bumubukas. Yan. Baka ganun pala talaga yung mga TV, no? O kaya ba? Depende, no? Anyways, Patrick, ciao.
Hello, boss.
Yung sinasabi ko na lang siya out loud kasi nakaka-freak out. Anyways, ano yung tanong mo? Ayun.
Is it possible for auditors to be held accountable to a third party who relied on their reports, which were later discovered to contain fraud? To be yung fraudulent po yung mga reports.
Oo. Yung report yung fraudulent and not the actually in turn you may have had colluded with the client na to say na that there is nothing wrong with their statements where in fact there is. So kung ganon man ang scenario, edi you are liable to the general public on such. Pero if someone has decided on your report which has caused them trouble, then you are not anong tawag doon? You are not, hindi ka hinahabla dahil sa abala mo sa kanila. Hinahabla ka dahil sa pagkakamali mo, which is you colluded to perpetrate such act na dishonesty ganun or inappropriate reporting. Uy, namatay lang din siya bigla. Nakita niyo bang nagbabago yung kasi color blue yung LED light nung TV ko. May LED light siya sa likod na nasisindi pag nasisindi din yung TV. Dati kasi walang ganon. So, hindi ko napapansin. Ngayon, simula nilagyan ko siyang LED light, lalo na pag gabi, mga 1 a.m. Ganun. Bigla na lang, yung papikit ka na, tapos bigla na lang mag-iilaw ng color blue yung TV ko. Tapos, syempre, hindi ko naman hawak yung remote. Wala namang ibang tao sa kwarto ko. Wala namang ibang remote. Ganun. Ayun. Wala lang, share ko lang. Nasagot ko na ba yung... so they are not accountable for the third party who relied in the reports, but they are accountable on the fraudulent or on their negligence on the fraudulent act that exists in the reports. If they will indeed be proven that they have become negligent or willfully negligent to to undertake the responsibilities as the practitioner. Mhm. Spin. Oh my gosh! Yan. Sabi ko sa sarili ko, pinramis ko kanina na ah, magpa-process na ako ng mga claims for GCash later later tonight. Yan yung ifo-focus ko para naman, Diyos ko, baka isipin nila bogus ako. Yan. Sinasabi ko, ililista ko na lahat mamaya. Yan. Or else, yan. Pag hindi ko nalista lahat ng naka-claim ng 50 pesos GCash tsaka 20 pesos, magiging, hindi, hanggang Friday. Yan. Hindi ako ng deadline sarili hanggang Friday. Pag hindi ko siya nagawang GCash, gagawin natin siyang plus points sa mga nakakuha. Plus 50 tsaka plus 20. Ayan o, sige. Yan. Yan. Naka-record to. Yan. Dayan, naka-record yan. Ha? Para dinedare ko na yung sarili ko. Para ma-challenge ako. Anyways, Claire, Denise.
Hello po. Yung question ko po is, what is the difference between performing an audit and performing a fraud examination, or between auditors and fraud examiners?
The goal. Yan, the goal, the objective of the audit is to render an opinion on whether the financial statements are free from material misstatements, specifically on financial statement audits, while the fraud examination or fraud audit is geared towards collecting evidences to ensure that not to ensure, to be used as evidence for any claims or any court proceedings. Ayun. Yun yung pinaka-difference nila.
Thank you po.
Pag ginawa natin plus points to, plus 20 ka kasi may 20 kang GCash. My God. Yan, sana maalala ko. By Friday. Better luck next time. Next person. Jerica.
Hello po, sir. Sir, nag-recite na po ako nun. Mag-uulit pa po ako.
Hindi ka na.
Okay po, sir.
Okay. Remove na natin yan. Jovelyn. Jovelyn? Are you there, Jovelyn? She's not there. Next person is Ayla?
Hello po, sir. Yung tanong ko po, if it happens that you are not receiving a right compensation that you think you deserve po in a certain firm that you are working in, pero po you love your job there, would you rather do fraudulent thing or just stay po in that situation or resign po and find better?
Ano? Ang tawag doon, satisfaction is a mixture of things in an organization. Hindi lahat ng matataas ang sweldo masasaya sa trabaho nila. At hindi lahat ng masasaya sa trabaho nila ay dahil mataas ang sweldo nila. It may be one factor, but it's not the only factor to give you happiness. Merong mga taong nagsistay sa trabaho nila kahit hindi ganun kataas ang sweldo nila kasi it brings them the proper work-life balance or the joy that they want. That's what they want to do in the long run. Yung mga ganong bagay. So, ayun. Kasi ako, ewan ko, so far, I'm enjoying enjoy naman so far ang trabaho ko kaya dito pa rin ako.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
Aha. Aubrey.
Hello po.
Hi.
Since you've mentioned po na anyone can commit fraud, who is most likely to commit fraud, and what happens if the company owner, particularly the CEO, is the one who defrauded the company?
Ulit? Who is most likely to commit fraud in the company? Ito ba yun? What happens if the company's owner is the one who defrauded the company? What will be the consequences then? The thing is, as the, anong tawag doon? As the owner, you can still defraud your company, di ba? You can inappropriately state its income to tell people that you are actually earning, yung mga ganung bagay. May mga ganun po bang kaganapan sa totoong buhay? Oo, yung owners ng yung owners nga ng Enron, ganun ang ginawa nila. They defrauded people by letting them know that they are actually they are earning more than what they declare. Ayun. What will be the consequences? They can, if they will state or they will declare earnings more than what they actually earn, they make the company more viable. Tapos yung nangyari kasi doon, actually sa Enron is, they sold the company when they see that there is no other way out. They sold the company when it was still believed to be of high value. Tapos na-discover na bogus pala sila. So, ayun, what's the consequences? Ayun, it will be a sudden fall for them. Bigla siyang mafo-fall. And alam nyo yun, na pag biglang na-fall, masakit. Masakit sa bulsa dahil ayun na nga yung all this time the company was purchased at a high value tapos it's apparently of no value na, di ba? So, ayun. Mhm. Mhm. Let's see our prize. Perfect score. Uh-huh. Now, let's yan. Laika Jonaliza Malyari.
Hello po, sir.
Malyari din. Ayan. Question.
Question ko po, is it a good policy po ba to give monetary rewards to whistleblowers in order to decrease the risk of fraud in a firm or company, and why po?
Kaya siya. Doon tayo sa una, no? Is it good? Actually, it is. Okay nga eh. And lalo na if your monetary reward for whistleblowers is something that would have prevented a high amount or high value of fraudulent activity. Mhm. It is good naman. It is okay rather to provide monetary rewards to whistleblowers kasi nga uh, they are uh, they are they are helping the company towards uncovering any fraudulent activity. Yun na pala, may kasi na pala doon. Better luck next time. Arnie.
Sir?
Yo.
Hello po. Rinig po ako.
Yo.
Yung question ko po, sir. Sa isang, ang isang auditor po, for example, naka-office, sir, ganun. Tapos, nasa isang company po siya. Tapos, kunwari po, nag-uwi po siya ng issue na for personal use naman po. Considered po ba na fraud yun?
Naging actually, kung tutuusin, that is misappropriation of assets. If you took home an entire box of face masks for personal use, parang ano lang yan, yung kung gumamit, yung may tissue sa banyo ng company, tapos kinuha mo yung buong roll, tapos inuwi mo sa bahay, misappropriation of assets na yun. So, hindi, antag doon, it may seem absurd and very minute, but it is. Sabi nga nila, ang pagnanakaw nagsisimula sa maliit na bagay. Pag di ka na konsensya doon hanggang sa palaki ng palaki yan, wala na, mamamatay na yung konsensya mo. Mga iba nga, alam natin, nagnanakaw ng 15 billion, ganon. Diba? Pesos. Yung ganon, hindi pala, 65. Yan. Sa Dio. Char. Anyways, ayun. Oy, perfect score. Darren Dale.
Hello, sir. Sir,
Yes.
if for some reason po, the auditor suspects that the management or those charged with governance are involved in fraud, where does the auditor seek legal advice where no higher authority exists to solve the complaint po?
Sa ano, tanong sila sa lawyer. Ganun. Or sa remainder of the engagement team, and if the engagement team would not know what to do, edi, ayun na nga, seek advice from legal counsel, ganon, lawyer. Yan, kung meron man. Diba, kung... Ay, hala, nag-error yung... Ayun, kung meron man pwedeng mapagtatanungan na legal counsel sa company, or kung wala, edi kuha ng abogado, ganun. Kasi ang tawag doon, it doesn't really matter yet at that point kung kung kanino ka magtatanong. Mas nagma-matter siya kung makakapagbigay sila ng appropriate advice. Nag-error yung phone ko. Anyways, prize. Better luck next time. Yep. Anyways, let's now see your... yan. Di pala see. Wala pala tayong isi-see. We will now be open for any question. Ayan. Yung tawag doon, yung may konting paghihintay factor. Anyways, Erica Santos.
Hello po, sir. Good afternoon po. Yung tanong ko po, what is the major threat of fraud to the company po?
Ulit?
What is the major threat of fraud to the company po?
In terms of determining the major threat or any major fraudulent activity that might occur in an organization, what we consider is the various factors, which is yung part B nga ng part B ng module 9 na video. So yung mga items na nandun, we try to look at them, whether they are existing in an organization, to let us know whether possible or probable fraudulent activities might be of existence.
Thank you po.
Ay, yarn. Better luck next time. Next is Ira.
Hello, sir.
Yo.
What procedure should the auditor perform to ascertain that risk factor are present?
You are, as a practitioner, not going to you are not going to assure whether those risk factors are present. In the first place, you are not the one to identify or to assure the presence of any risk in an organization. Ayan, anong tawag dun? Yung responsibility mo as the practitioner in time is to ensure whether to provide an opinion on whether the financial statements are free from material misstatements, whether they're caused by fraud or error. Now, since you are considering fraud in your audit of the financial statements, yung objective mo is to identify or to find, based on your understanding on the entity, any potential area where risk factors are present. Ayun. So you do not need to substantiate. You just need to evaluate whether whether such factor might be present. Take into consideration that might be present and not actually present. Mhm. Okay. Mhm. Let's see your prize. Better luck next time. Ayun. So, Diane, you can already stop recording.